existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Glad to have you with us in Evanston, Illinois, Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes offense will go on the attack first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reece, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains. Just,
oh my goodness, he's still moving. Big play for this offense as they get into the 32.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Looking downfield on first down. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Looking to fire. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw, using his feet to buy time. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Northwestern's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll do it himself. Turning it on! Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Takes the easy completion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
He's going to take off. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They go to the ground. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Motion from the back. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll go to the ground. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. He's got him. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down. Here on third down for this offense. They'll try to get it through the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Northwestern wants to go quickly. Shotgun snap on third down. On target. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the...
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Punt is on its way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Handoff from the shotgun. He has the first and still on his feet. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First and 10 for the offense. Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Swings it out to the flat. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. He couldn't do it on that last play.
Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down and run. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
It's not fun playing defense. I got to cover these fast wide receivers all over the field. You're going to run tempo. You're going to spread me out. You're going to do all this stuff to me. And then it doesn't work, and you call a pass play, and then it turns into that because your quarterback's so special. This just isn't fun.
Here's first and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. This is a designed run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Dobbs. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got the back in the middle. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Northwestern right back to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. And the Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Line getting set on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. Ran through the contact. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Oh, better look out! He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there, knowing he's a threat.
And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays, and you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it, they know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him, and as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Just barely enough to tuck it into that right corner. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel, understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll give it to the back. Runs through the tackle. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Might be calling a hot route. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that one hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And the Buckeyes are on the move. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
It'll be 3rd and long. On the option. Now the pitch. Open space at the 25. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Setting up the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Syracuse packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Otto's Army with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in central New York. Gonna be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup or 5.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Running it to the right. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The offense changing the play. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a crease to the left. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give on the inside. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll bring it out. It's Fuller. And the returner will be knocked down. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's open on the right. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Stewart. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here we go. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Here we go. They'll run play action. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'll send out the kicker here. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They are going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll be stopped, but not before. Getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with some. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
And the Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Creates a little room. Got the first down and more. Breaks into the open. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds a man on the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. He'll throw it. With the catch, it's Rourke. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've